Okay, in this video what we will be doing is I will be learning how to do a drag and drop assessment in Moodle. Okay, so first of all I would encourage you to have everything that you need. So I'm going to use the digestive system. So let me put here digestive system and I click on that, and therefore the image will then come up. So let me choose anyone, choose this one. Okay, so when I choose that one there, that's the picture which I want on my diagram or on my assessment. Okay, so when you have that, then that is what you will be labeling. Again, you decide what diagram, whatever one you decide, it is the same process of drag and drop, but again the diagram can become more complicated. But for this one here, we're going to be making it very simple so that we can learn the basics on the drag and drop type. Okay, so once I have my diagram, I will then cut out my diagram. There are various methods so you can cut out this diagram. You can come, right click, copy image, and then save that as a file. But you will need to take out the labels. So my advice is that you use the snipping tool. Okay, and that comes to your marking. Again, that's up to you how much you want to cut out. So I'm gonna cut out from here, and that's not a problem if we catch some other words. Okay, so we can use that, or we can make it even smaller if we want it. So you will decide. So now you will come here and save the file, or before you save the file you can disable all of the wording. So how do I erase all of this? Well, you just pass, if you notice this, your cursor, you can come here, pen, custom, and I want it round thick point pen. You make it white because you want it to color white. Okay, and you select on. So now notice when you go to the white, it doesn't come out. So you align it up and then just come down here and start to erase all of the labels. You notice that erases everything that you don't want. You will decide what you want to erase. So if you wanted to erase that piece, that also you can erase it. Okay, so you will then save the file from here, save, and find a directory where you want to save it. I've already saved it here as digestive system. Okay, and just press save. So let me come out of this now. So now I have my file saved as digestive system. I come to Moodle. So as in Moodle, you can save the file any spot and it will still be in the bank. So you don't really have to go to the week where you actually want to put it. You could save it. That's the speed of the internet. So you can come here, or you can come at this point. So let me just come here at sample workshop and click there, and this will take me to the quiz. But I don't want to tamper with this quiz. I want to go to my bank, and so I come to my bank. In my bank, I go to my question bank. Once I'm in my question bank, now I want to find the category where I want to put it. So for this purpose, I believe I have a directory that says drag and drop sample for biology. Okay, so we'll click on the one there, or anywhere you want, and that's a drag and drop. So I now select create a new question, and there are various methods. Okay, but the one that you want to see is a drag and drop into text, drag and drop into markers, or drag and drop into image. That's up to you. Okay, so let's do the drag and drop into image because I want to drag and drop a label into the image, or you can drag and drop markers. So let's do this one here, which is the simplest one. Images or text labels are dragged and dropped into drop zones on a background image which we want. The background image for our sample will be the digestive system which we did. So let me put here, I'll put a label, and this label says, in this case I'm going to put drag and drop digestive system. Again, you could put full capital letter, it doesn't make any difference. And then in the where it says question text is where you will put the instruction of what you will want the students to do. Label the diagram. Okay, so I will not paste the diagram here. So notice it said default marks, how many points you will award. So I want to come and drop the file here. There are various methods how you can do that. You can reduce the page, and then you can go to your file where you actually have the file that you want to paste at the back. So in my case, I'm going to put physics. Okay, picture is supposed to be right here. Okay, pictures. So because I want that digestive system at the background, I can come here, drag it and drop it for the background. Or if I don't want to go through such action, I can do this also. Choose a file, and then you find the file where you want it, or where the file is located. It can be located in a flash drive or something like that. So again, the search of the file would be good. Pictures, digestive system, okay, and just give it a label, digestive system, upload, and that's for the background. Now you didn't see it here, but don't worry about that piece. Notice that there's no letters all over the place. Okay, so this is the beauty about this one here, that I want to label it. Now I want to put the names around the diagram. You could have deleted out all of these lines and then put in your own lines if you wanted to. Say for example, you labeled everything in class, but you only wanted them to identify one item, then you don't have to include all of these lines. So let's just do the draggable items. What are the draggable items? The draggable image, well, I don't want to drag an image, I want to make a text draggable. Call that group A. Choose file. What this would have been if I had chosen draggable image. Okay, but I'm dragging a text, I'm dragging a label. So the first one, any one of them, you could put them at any kind of order that you want. Modality, I believe that was the first one. Notice I don't fool around with the A, unlimited. And then go to the next one, 2, and it's not draggable image, it's draggable text. Come down here again, deliver, draggable text for the next one. So I put draggable text. After liver I have the gallbladder. The next one will be draggable text, which was the lung intestine. Now take note that it doesn't make no difference how you label it here. As you put in, all of these words are appearing at the top here, they will appear, so you don't have to worry about that piece. And as it said, you will drag them and drop them. Draggable text, lung intestine, cervical rectum, draggable text again, and I want to put here anus. Okay, I want to add some more, and this way you can add as many as you want. Okay, but they usually give a 3 because well, they don't know how much you would want to add, so that will be up to you. So remember, we are labeling all of those. Drawable image, drawable text. After enos, text again, we put here small intestine. Draggable text again, pancreas. Draggable text again. After pancreas, we had stomach, STOMACH, stomach. I want to put some more items like the esophagus and the pharynx. So those are the last two things that I want to put on the label. Now take note, I don't need to put the diagram at this point. I'm just putting the labels as a bank, like where you would take the words from. Okay, so after stomach we have esophagus, draggable text. Okay, and here we have pharynx. Now take note what we have done. We have created a library of items. We don't have to be finding the spot where to drop it yet. Shuffle drag items each time is question is attempted. You can decide that every time they are attempted, the labels will be shuffled. Let me enable this afterwards. Right now, let me show you that all what we have done is that we have put in all of the words that we want them to go into diagrams. Where will they go? That's the draggable zone. So draggable zone, notice here it would request you to know the coordinates. In this one here, all I want mouth cavity, here liver, I want gallbladder, I want lung intestine, I want rectum, anus, some more. Okay, so I'm just putting what will be the draggable items now. We have created the library: anus, small intestine, pancreas, stomach. Put in a few more. Pancreas, okay. Going down back again to the bottom. After stomach, we have esophagus. We have the pharynx. So those are 11 items, which can be 11 points. So let's come back here and put the default section, how many points we want it to be given. So it will be 11 points. Okay, so each one of them is worth 1 point. So after this, we'll now say combine feedback. If you want to put in feedback, if they get it correct, if they get it wrong, whatever you want, that is optional what you want to put there. Multiple choice, that's up to you also. Notice here we have text. You don't have to put anything here. This is the draggable item. Okay, so now notice here also they're blank. You don't need to put in this thing here. Those will get populated right now when we say save changes. Now note right now, by saving these changes, everything has been thrown to the diagram, and now you are going to drag them and label them in their respective places. Take note also, I want you to notice here at the bottom, notice here everything starts to come here. It says you must provide a value for x coordinate to the top left corner of the drop area. You can drag and drop the drop area above the C set coordinates or enter them manually. So you could type it in here, or that's up to you. But the beauty about Moodle now is that you can come here. Remember all the names, that all the words that we type in, which you want to be in the labels that you will put in. You come back here. Notice all of them appear here. All of them are right here. So what you will do is that you will pull them across mouth and mouth cavity right here. Then you come here. Let me just separate them so you can see all of the words that we have, and you will start to put every one of them where they belong. Pharynx right here, the small intestine right here, the long intestine. You come right here, the esophagus right here. Notice all the words are right here, so you have to find them. So that's stomach. You come to the stomach here. You come to the pancreas. Let me just pull them out so you can see all of the words that are there. So the rectum is right here. The pancreas is right below the stomach. The gallbladder is right below, is above the long intestine. The anus is right here. The liver is right here. Now notice we just pull the labels on the diagram. So the coordinates of those labels have been set automatically on this part here. So it's there already. So you don't need to go and search it compared to the other methods, which you will need to know their coordinates if you should lose them. Now, I want that every time people attempt this question here, these words here, they will not appear all jumbled up at the top, they will appear at the bottom for the students. I want that every time they attempt this question, the words are shuffled, not the labels. The words will shuffle at the bottom. So now I come and I press again, save changes. So that has been saved now. So I come now and I can preview my question. Let me bring this up a little bit more, and I can preview my question. This is how the labels appear there. I can come and start to drop. Notice that once you pass it on top, it turns yellow to where it might be effective. If I come here, it turns yellow. Notice the yellow. Once it touches a little bit, that's the box. If I did between three boxes like this, notice what happened. The one, if I come to the top, that's the effective one. Then it chooses by chance which one is the most closest to fit in. So let's say we put it there. Let's just say we just put all of them, okay? So we're just dropping them. Remember how they have been set at the bottom. You may decide to put more words than what you have in the bank. You may decide to just put them whatever you want. You can put a distractor also, so to see if the student will get confused or use it. So submit and finish. Let's see how much are the points. Remember, it was out of 11, so this is going to tell you how much you actually got correct. Your answer is incorrect. Okay, so everything was wrong, which was intentionally, and so we can start over again and test it out. Now watch what happens when you start over again. All of the labels are shuffled again, so every time you attempt them, it will be shuffled as well as for the student. Now let's say you decide to only do one of them. I submit and finish, and this, your answer is partial correct, which means you have correctly selected one, and that's it.